What's good, YouTube? I'm back again with a video today, and it's going to be on exercises to be wary of. Now, first on the list, we've got side lateral raises. Now, I know what you're thinking. Side lateral raises is on paper a very safe exercise, and that is true. However, when you go heavy on this, you do have to be very wary of your wrists. Let me take you back with a story with me. Now, just at the start of last year, I was going to the point where I was that strong on side lateral raises. I was doing 30k dumbbells, which is about near £70. My muscles could take it, however, my hands couldn't, my wrists couldn't. And what actually happened is I pulled a nerve in my hand, and I was pretty much in pain / agony for about 6 weeks. It was an absolute nightmare. I had to train around it. I had to use the palms of my hands on shoulder pressing. I had to use the palms of my hand on bench pressing. I had to train around it, and it was an absolute nightmare. So if you are doing side lateral raises, just be really careful. What I'd advise more, to be honest, is go for the pump, go for more reps, keep your form good. Because you're using it to widen your shoulders. It's not an exercise, when you do go heavy anyway, even when you're using like 15k dumbbells, even less than that, your traps come into it more than out. And if you're looking to get wider shoulders, it's not an exercise to go heavy on, in my opinion. Lighten the weight, go for the reps, and you'll feel far more beneficial from it. The last thing you want is to be in like wearing a wrist strap, having to train like I did last year. It was a complete nightmare, and it's not something you want to go through. So yeah, going heavy on side lateral raises is a no-no for me. Next up, we've got try and avoid the exercises that involve any form of straight bar. Use the easy curl bar. And what I mean by that is whether you're doing tricep push downs, bicep curls, anything straight bar related is really stressful and damaged for the wrists. Your wrists don't like to be straight. They like to have a little point where you can move them, you can bend them. And when you're doing the exercises, your wrist can take a pounding. They can cause serious damage to it. Another story with me, just when I started training, I listened to my friend all the time. He was saying, this guy doesn't even train anymore, by the way, but anyway, he was saying use the straight bar. This is the best. You've got to use the straight bar. Don't use that easy curl bar. Use the straight bar. You've got to. And I used it, and inside a couple of weeks, I was wearing a wrist strap for a good couple of months. The thing again was a nightmare, all because he had in me head, because he kept saying you've got to use the straight bar. No, you don't. I could feel the pain even when I was doing it, and that was a good sign and a strong indicator that it was causing damage to my wrists. And in the end, like I said, I have to wear a wrist strap. So if you are doing like push downs and bicep curls, try and go for a bar that's like, I want to say easy curl bar, you know what I mean. It's got like a bend, a dip in. It's just so you can move your hand about, you can move your wrists about. It's a lot more freely and loose for your hands to use. It's much more safer and it's much more beneficial. So yeah, I would avoid the straight bar exercises if you can. Next up, we've got squats. Now, I know squats are really popular, and they're not denying they're going to build some big and cracking looking legs, but there are other ways to train your legs and improvise to get just as good results. If you're one of these people that don't like doing squats, don't do them. They are damaging for your knees, especially if you're going on a full range of motion with squats. To be honest, when you're coming down, your knees do take a pounding, and the last thing you want to be getting when you're older is knee replacement surgery, because that is a possibility. It's like, for me, squats don't agree with me. They hurt my knees. I can barely squat a bar and a 2.5. They are not for me. That exercise, I don't enjoy it. It hurts my knees, so I don't do it. However, with leg press, I get just as good results. I can go £600-700, not a problem. I really enjoy it. I'm getting really good legs. I benefit far more with doing leg press. You might be one of them people like me who benefits more from doing leg press. But like I said, even if you do enjoy doing squats, just be careful. Like I said, especially when you are going full range of motion, your knees in the long run will take a pounding from that. So just be really careful. I know you're probably not going to listen to me, you're going to probably do them anyway, but I'm just putting it out there that squats are really dangerous for your knees. They are a great exercise, but you can improvise, and you don't necessarily have to do squats to build great legs, so just keep that in mind. Next, we've got hamstring curls and lying hamstring curls. Now, again, you're probably thinking this is a really safe exercise, what's he on about? When you're lying on your hamstring curls, your kneecaps 9 times out of 10 are leaning against the pad, and that causes serious damage to your kneecaps. With me, for example, especially when I go heavy, the amount I'm pressing my knee against the pad is far too much, and I'm feeling it more pain in my kneecap than I am in my hamstrings, which is telling me I'm going far too heavy. So with hamstrings, you can improvise with this. You can switch to other hamstring exercises. If you're feeling pain, don't do it. You want to be feeling it in the muscle you're supposed to be working. So just be really careful on lying hamstring curls. Don't go too heavy. 9 times out of squats, and when you go too heavy, you don't even work your hamstrings anyway, to be honest. You are just damaging your kneecaps, and that's the last thing you want to do. Next up, we've got cable crossovers. Again, another on paper safe exercise, but it's one you definitely do not want to go seriously heavy on. Your front delts, your side delts, just your shoulders in general, and your biceps are going to take a pounding if you go really heavy on that. Plus your posture, you've got to get your posture right when you're doing that. I would feel like it's far more beneficial to go for higher reps, reduce the weight, and just go for a proper contraction. It's used to make your chest look better, in my opinion. It's not one that's going to put enormous mass on you. And the last thing, you don't want to be getting injured and out of the gym for however long, getting injured doing bloody cable crossovers, do you? So just be careful with that. Don't go too heavy. Concentrate more on your form. Go for the reps and go for a much better feel in your chest. When you go in heavy, your form goes all over the place anyway. To be honest, it does with me at least. So lighten the weight and go for the reps and you should be fine. Last up, we've got bench press. Now, I know, much similar to squats, they are a really popular exercise to do, and it's popular with me. I enjoy doing it, but they aren't a necessary. They aren't like the be-all and end-all to build a bigger chest. There are ways of getting a great-looking chest and having a big chest without doing bench pressing. You can do press-ups, which I feel like is probably the best exercise to do for your chest. You can do dumbbells. There's a lot of different exercises you can do to work your chest bar bench press. Now, I know it hasn't happened with me specifically, but an awful lot of people I've met have said they've got injured doing the bench press, and 9 times out of 10 it's when they go really heavy on it. So I would avoid doing 1 rep max, 2-3 reps on bench presses a lot. If you want to do it every couple of months just to test your strength, be my guest, but just be careful when you are lifting that heavy weight. It is taking its toll on its joints, and it tends to be, from what people have told me at least, it's the front delts, it's the shoulders which get injured first, so just be really careful on that. That concludes my exercises to be wary of. You might agree with me, you might disagree with me. That's just some that I've gone through, and ones I feel like you should be wary of, and ones that you should take extra caution with. But hit me down in the comment section below. Let me know some exercises that I might not have mentioned that you feel like deserve worth mentioning, and I'm more than happy to reply.